So hello and welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to be discussing about the new Claude update that has just dropped in around, I would say, 2 days ago, and we are going to diving deep into the Claude design. Basically that is what it is called, and we are going to take a look at how it is working and what are the things that we can do as a creator, not as a website designer, all of that stuff, because that is basically what I see this tool as, like, main targeting audience. So basically this is all made for designing. We can do all of the stuff right here, and we will be diving deep into the nitty-gritty of it and how to create carousel with a Claude design. So let's just dive into it, and we are going to be checking it out. Now the first step you just need to do in order to operate the Claude design is to open the web browser, like open the Claude on your web browser, because it doesn't work currently in the native app. So the next thing that you need to do is basically connect your Canva to the Claude. If you haven't done it already, all you need to do is just go to customize and then click on here, connect your apps, and then we are going to just search for Canva. As you can see, it will be right here, and you'll see this plus icon. After you click on this plus icon, it will ask you for the some instructions, and it will give you some instructions, and all you need to do is just follow, and just like 3-4 clicks you will be connected with Canva. And obviously you need to have an account on Canva and also on Claude. And if you are using Claude, then it would be pretty good if you want to use the pro subscription, because I heard that it uses a lot of credits, but I don't know how much. So let's just see how much credits it will use. I currently have a max plan, so we are going to go to usage, and currently it is at 3%. Current session, all models 5%. So these are the current stats, and then we are going to just dive into the design and see how much credit it consumes. Now to open the design tab, all you need to do is just click on here. This is the design tab that is newly added to the sidebar, and once you click it, you will be redirected right here to the Claude design. Now this is where all of the things are going to happen, and if you have used Lovable or any kind of those website designing or UI designing, basically vibe coding apps, then you will be much familiar with it. So basically what you need to do is just kind of create a prototype. So we are trying to create a carousel template that we can edit in Canva. So we will keep that in mind and then move forward with that. So basically we are first of all, you need to name your thing. So let's just name this carousel. So now the next thing is going to be choosing between these two options. The first one is called the wireframe, and the second one is called the high fidelity model. So the wireframe is basically going to be a kind of outline of your design. So this will not be the full kind of design that you want to see. So basically, if I kind of explain to you in a language of UI UX design. So imagine a app prototype where every single button is just segmented. So it's kind of like we have drawn the design outline, but we have not really designed the thing. So yeah, if you want to use the wireframe, I don't think it is useful for us, especially when we are creating carousel. So we are just going to go to high fidelity, because this is going to be the thing that is going to create the full design that we can just export to Canva, and then we can just hit create. Now once it is created, all you need to do is just drop in your mood board or your inspiration file or whatever you want, and then we can start from there. And basically, as I've said before, this is all designed for creating website designs, HTML formats, JavaScripts, and UI UX designs, all of that stuff. But to keep it simple, all you need to do is just drop in one image and drop in this prompt for creating carousels. Now I'm going to just go right here and then drop in this image. I really like this design. So this is the kind of a design that I downloaded from Pinterest, and I like this minimalist kind of black and white. I'm all about the dark moody tone and dark moody aesthetics. I'm just that guy. So all you need to do is just drop in your image. Multiple images can work, anything, or your mood boards, and then drop in this prompt. I want to create an Instagram carousel template. Like this design, I want there to be side templates, one for quotes, one for charts, and other things. The design dimensions should be 1001. Like this is the latest carousel design. Now this is the important part. create the design while keeping in mind that this is going to be exported in Canva. So make sure that doesn't face any error in Canva. So basically what I realized after testing a lot with this Claude design is that it creates design perfectly fine. So you can like really good designs, but as soon as you export it to Canva or try to export it to Canva, it fucks up and you cannot do anything in Canva. It's like totally different thing on Canva. So yeah, this two sentences will make sure that the Claude keeps this sentence or keeps this instruction in mind while creating the design, so that it creates the design that is transportable to the Canva or that can be created into Canva template. So without any further delays, you just hit send. And this is where it is like differentiator between other vibe coding or vibe design apps, because this is where it will start asking you questions about the things that you can do or the things that you want to do with the design. So basically it will ask you about your taste, about your slides, about the topic and all of that stuff, and it will try to understand the as best as possible to give you the design that you have in your mind. So basically all you need to do is just answer these simple questions. So which slide types should the template include? I would say cover title, big quote, chart I want, and then I would say CTA. I think these three are, let's just go with number highlight. What's the carousel about? I would say off. And brand handle or website. So I'm just going to go with my brand handle, which is going to be receive fine. The next thing is aesthetic direction, exact match, black background, vertical stripes, red crop, same vibe, little more refined, subtle stripes, dark, minimal, no stripes. So let's just go with exact match because that is essentially what we want. Accent color for crop marks, red, that is what I like, but you can change as you want. Display, Helvetica, let's go with this, and keep the except crop mark around the arrow block on every slide, only on the cover. Decide for me. And again, if you feel kind of you don't know what option you choose, just go for decide for me. And the next thing is going to be the slides. Let's go for 8 slides. Like, how will you move this to Canva? I will export each slide as high-res PDF, manually rebuilt, not sure. So we are going to type here, going to export the file format. So this is the important point that I've realized after a lot of testing, is that if you want to create export to Canva, PPTX file is the best to go with if you don't want to face any errors. Decide for me, so let's just go with that and then just hit continue. Now it will take some time to kind of create the design for you and also write the scripts for your carousel, and we just gotta wait for a couple of minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is done. And first impressions, I would say it could have done a better job with the font selection. Let's just say that I can change right here, so it's almost the same, but we can edit in Canva if it's able to export it. Accent color, yeah, I like that, looks pretty good. Yep, seems this color looks pretty fine. And the next thing, your logos into, yeah, I think that is pretty good. Again, change it right here. All right. All right, it's still editing the things, so yeah, it was not done. So what you're going to do is just create an export link for Canva. All right, we can do from right here also. So if we can just do like this, but the times that I've tried, it doesn't work for some reason. All right, let's just see. Okay, it has successfully imported to Canva, but yeah, I think the font has changed, and yeah, but it looks good, I would say. Okay, not good. It is, I don't know why it's blank right here, still blank. So this is the limitations that you will face right here if you want to create carousels with Canva and Claude. I've also tried it with the native Claude app, and if it like doesn't work smoothly, and it has a lot of errors. But let's just try the pptx file because it works. uh, let's go with creating upload file, open this. All right, the same thing, I think. So yeah, this is the limitation that you can face while creating with this Claude design or even the Claude native app, with if you want to create a workflow with Canva and Claude, because it doesn't work. So for example, this was one of the template that I tried to create with Claude, and I did the same thing, like imported into a pptx format, but it worked pretty well for me at this point. As you can see, there is no kind of blank slides, everything worked pretty fine. uh, but yeah, you won't be like getting the perfect result every single time, and it will kind of also kind of waste your time. So, and let's just see the credit usage right here. So let's just go back to Claude and then just go back here, settings, and usage. It is still like same. Oh yeah, 47%. I don't remember what was it like before. But yeah, you guys have the video, but you can rewind and see how much we have used the credit. It's almost like half. Let's just try one more thing. Let's just do it inside the native app through the workflow that I've created. So basically what we'll do is just go to projects, and this is the latest one. Yeah, Claude testing 4, and hit on, let's just go with Sonnet so it doesn't waste a lot of credits, 4.6, and then hit start right here. Alright, it will ask you this kind of some I've already done this, so I'll just copy paste everything from right here and copy, go right back here, and then paste, receive the receive sign. I would say the 3 that is going to be the primary band color would be red, and secondary, so let's just make the primary brand color black, or we will be uploading the same image, so it will be pretty fine with that also. And then made the accent color red, pick according to the mood board, send this, and then we are just going to upload the picture, and then just prompt about. So this is one image that I like, and I really like the visual aesthetic and visual design of it. So try to recreate this and into a very good carousel. Let's just do one thing, Control+C right here, and design. So it already knows the design dimensions and all of that, and we don't need this part, and I just need this one line. Let's just see what it does. Now it will read the design and all of that stuff with it. It will create the color palette for you. Let's just go with Mode because it is going to be the quick carousel. So let's just go with Mode, and I want to create a carousel on the topic of why personal branding for business owners is no longer an option in 2026. Let's just hit send. And we are not, kind of creating the carousel to post on Instagram currently. We are just locking into the designs, and that is why this is like a very vague kind of example for a carousel idea and a script. If I wanted to create a full-blown carousel with my voice, if like I didn't have any time and I had to post anything, I would just go on speaking for like 5 minutes and then put my brain up into the script refiner. So this is the script refiner. So basically you can do the same thing. You can, like, the tool that I use is called the Whisper Flow, and all you need to do is just hold Control+Window and start speaking like this, and everything that you speak will be recorded and transcribed scribed into the text that you can edit also afterwards. So basically you can just drop in your brain dump right here in the script refiner tool. I don't know, it is facing some errors right now. I think that is because of this mic is currently being used for recording too. And then once you drop your brain dump, it will create this kind of editable script like carousel script, and which you can just edit, do whatever you want, and then you can just copy all the slides and just drop it into your branding or the designer tool. So this is basically my personal designer that I've created. It is the same bot that we are operating right now. It's just been trained on my brand taste and my branding style. So as you can see, these are the pictures that I use, and I created a lot of carousels through this, and I still create through this. And after, you'll paste the script just like this. So Ctrl+V, and it will give you this carousel which you can just export and download and then just upload to Instagram. Yeah. So as you can see, it will put out you this kind of carousel. So basically I've created two workflows for the same bot. The first one is the photo designer that I just showed you, and the second one is basic designer with my brand colors and my brand fonts. And also the same thing, I've just trained it on my brand colors and brand taste just by uploading images, and it has done a pretty good job. And if you see my recent carousels, it is all made by this Claude, and I think it is done. All right, let's just check out. Yeah, pretty good. I think it's probably kind of the same, but yeah, it's pretty good. Build your brand now. All right, I think it would be we can also refine it if we want perfectly, and we can do all sorts of things with it. We can change the, like, this is where you need to input your human thing, because you cannot just take the first output that AI gives you and then just translate into your brand design and make your whole brand out of this. The more deep the more deep you go into the stuff, the more like it will be harder to kind of replicate you or replicate your design. For example, this photo designer, nobody can replicate this, because first of all, it has my images into it. So that is the first thing, and the best point of like standing out. And the second of all is that it has my taste engraved into it. So I like dark, moody red colors, and I have trained this into also using this type of images, and that is why this is unique to me. And all you need to do is just refine it from here, like tell him the changes that you want and tell him the things that you like, and you can just go on from right here. And then finally, when you are done, you can just say lock into this design, and after this we'll be creating carousels into this design only, and then it will be done and locked in with the design. And the reason why I like this workflow much better than the Canva workflow is because I can just say export and then just send this thing, and then we are going to go with option B, and it will put out some files. All you need to do is just prompts sometimes. Let's go with option B, and it will give you 3 files that you can just run into your laptop, and it will create images, and it will be downloaded inside your folder. So like, for example, these are carousels are downloaded through this. So as you can see, all you need to do is this prompt in 2 prompts, and all the carousels will be downloaded. So yeah, I'm basically like sticking to this workflow that I already have and that I already have created after a very long kind of trial and errors, and I'm not shifting into this new trending Claude design. Basically, I think it is not made for content creators or someone like us, because let's just be honest, it is best used for, as you can see, this is a pretty good design that I created, and it works pretty fine in the like this Claude design, but it cannot be edited into Canva and all of that. So yeah, I would say I'll still stick to my workflow. It is much better, saves me a ton of time, and I can design whatever I want, however I want. So yeah, this is all about Claude design and Claude workflow that you can use if you want to create carousels with Claude and you want to use Claude design. Personally, not for me. I'm just still sticking with my own workflow. It just saves me a lot of time and it's a lot of headache free. So yeah, if you want to get this exact workflow, the link will be in the description. It is available inside my 1 hour carousel engine. And yeah, that is it. Tell me if I missed something in this Claude design, which I don't think so. But yeah, if it's all worth the hype for content creators and all of that, tell me in the comments and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep creating.